Hello, in our last tutorial we gave a gentle introduction to routes and how routes can go to controller, and from the controller we can return a view. So in this tutorial we will see how can we pass some variables, some values to the view from our routes or from our controllers. So to do this we have I have deleted all the things from routes, and I have deleted all the controllers, and I have I have created a controller pages controller, and in this pages controller I have two functions. One returns pages.contact, another returns pages.about. Okay, and I have created these pages in my view. About, I have completed the about page, about.blade.php. Blade is a templating framework for PHP, for Laravel. I'll talk more about this later. Contact page is not yet finished. So in my route I am searching inside the pages controller for about method, and what my about method is doing? About method is returning the pages.about view. Now let's try to see. Okay, about me, some dummy text. Now how can I pass some variables to the view? Let's see that. Okay, I have a variable name equal to ABC XYG. How can I pass it to my view? With, I give a variable name, $name, passing the variable. So using plain PHP, what I can do? $name. Okay, let's try to see. About me, I am ABC XYG. Fine. But PHP Laravel Blade provide me with nice templating. I can use two curly braces and just pass the variable name, and in this way I can get the same thing very easily using the Blade framework. So I can do it one way. Another way, if I want to escape some special characters, I can do it. See? The learning. How will it work? For example, let's we have got something from database, some string, span style equal color red span. Let's see what's shown in the output. Something is missing. Span off. Okay. Span style. Let's try to see what's shown in the. That means it has escaped the span and its styles, and it showed the style that way. So it has applied the styling instead of considering those styling things as text. So we are getting that style. But when we are loading data or text from database, we may not want this type of escaping. So how can we do this? To do this, we can avoid using this. Avoid using this $name. So the rule of thumb is always we should use this double curly braces instead of the escaping technique. Now you see we will see all the span style color rate. Okay, this may be needed to retrieve information from the database, but actually if we are passing some styling or some forms that has some styles, we can obviously use this double exclamation mark so that the stylings are applied. Okay, so this is one technique. We are passing data. Maybe for example we consider we can use other approaches also. Instead of, if we have more than one data, what we can do, just we can pass an array dollar first last okay. Sorry, this is not needed. So we are passing an array. What is the error? Okay, last oh I am making variable. Just we should use this, not variable here. Now let's go to about page. Give it dollar first, give it space, dollar last. Now let's try to see the output. I am name last. Okay, there can be other ways. Delete this with. I can pass a second parameter to view. For example, I want to pass an array data. Dollar data. Our data is an array now. Okay. First equal hello data last equal world. We'll get exactly the same thing. Hello world. So if we have, I can use PHP compact function to pass data also if I have very small amount of data. For example, I have variable $first, $last. Okay. So what PHP compact does? I'm passing first. What PHP compacts do, it meshes this word with the variable names here and passes that. It meshes the last word with this last variable and passes that to about page. Okay. For example, hello. Let's make some change so that we can observe the change. Same thing using PHP compact. So this way I can pass variable from the user to the view page. For example, I need to retrieve some data using controller from my database and pass to the view. I can do using this way. Okay. Other uses may be passing data from one page to another. I am entering some data and it goes to another page for insertion into database maybe, or for showing into other page. This way I can pass the variables to our view pages. Thanks for listening. See you in next tutorial.